What's up, guys? Last time we did last 8 videos, not including my Falcons takeaways. We did regular season predictions, record predictions, and I finally finished that with the NFC South a couple days ago. Check that out. I should check all 8 out. You don't even have to watch the entire video. Just skim through. But or you can watch the full thing. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you guys for getting my last channel to 100 subs. My other channel, Goldie Jr. It's great that happened on Minecraft stream. Pretty funny. Watch that Minecraft stream. Those Minecraft streams are pretty fun. And this time we're doing playoff predictions. Now, this was very hard because I have to go through every single tiebreaker, and trust me, my predictions, there's a lot of ties. So it took me like an hour to get through all this, which I know isn't like long for a real YouTuber, but I'm not a real YouTuber yet. This channel has 12 subs. I'm not going to spend more than that amount of time on videos I don't even get paid for. But hopefully you guys enjoy, subscribe and stuff, because I want to get both channels to 100 subs. This one's definitely going to take way longer because I don't really post YouTube shorts like that. But let's get into it. So, the AFC Playoff Predictions. We'll do AFC and the Super Bowl next time. So, subscribe and turn notifications on for that. My rankings are number 1, the only 14-3 team, the Kansas City Chiefs. And then number 2 and 3 are interesting. 2 teams are both 13-4. But the Ravens won the tiebreaker and move up to number 2. Bills number 3. And even though the Jags have like the worst record in these playoffs, since they win their division, they are still number 4. Then the Bengals. Yep, the Ravens and Bengals tied for 13-4 in my predictions. It was a very, very long tiebreaker, but the Ravens do come out on top. That's why they have the number 2 seed. Bengals and Chargers both 11-6. Dolphins get number 6. Chargers get number 7. Then I checked last year's playoffs and realized that even though the rankings are different, these are the exact same 7 playoff teams. But there are some different matchups. Let's get into the wild card matchups. First game, Ravens and Chargers. I just think the Ravens are just top to bottom, offense, defense, special teams better than the Chargers. I mean, I'm taking their offense just because of Lamar Jackson. I mean, am I taking I don't know. I'm taking their offensive line and quarterback, but I'm taking the Chargers and tight end, but I'm taking the Chargers receivers and running back. So it's a very close fight, but I think the fight ends at the defense. I'm definitely taking Ravens defense. And their team also has an older quarterback, older tight end, older defense. Especially if you take out Joey Bosa. I think this roster top to bottom is better than the Chargers, and I don't think the Chargers, Justin Herbert will be good enough to get out of the wild card again. But the next matchup is Bills-Dolphins. This is the only matchup in the AFC that I have that happened last year as well. Bills and Dolphins in this. We're both in the playoffs. One 13-4, one 11-6. The Bills are 13-4 for me. But this will be an upset in my predictions. I think the Dolphins will grab the win from the Bills. They tied in their series in the regular season, but the Dolphins take the surprising win by only 3. I'm saying this is a game where if you play 10, it'll either be a 6-4 or a 5-5 series with their current teams. I just think these teams are very evenly matched closely. But I do think I'll take the Bills not wide receivers. I'll take Dolphin receivers. But we'll take the Bills quarterback, which is big. But defenses are really good. They're both 2 really good rosters. I wouldn't hate you if you said either of them would go to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I wouldn't hate that take. But I do have the Dolphins knocking the Bills out of the wild card, which will probably end up making the Bills have to make some sort of change because they can't make it to the Super Bowl, and they've been having this great team for a while now. But yeah, that's my first lower ranking win. And then the last wild card matchup is Bengals-Jags. The Bengals have a better record, but the Jags are higher, so they get home field advantage because they actually won their division. But despite this, I think the Bengals are going to win by a pretty solid 14 points here. I just think Joe Burrow, in terms of Lawrence, Joe Burrow's better. Receiving core, I'm definitely taking the Bengals. Running back, I'm taking the Bengals. Offensive line, I think I'm taking the Jags. Defense, I'm taking the Bengals did lose Jesse Bates, but doesn't mean their entire team is bad. They have decent offensive line with players like Trey Hendrickson, then players like Logan Wilson. I guess I would take the Jags defense. They just have more star power on their defense. But I think the Bengals are just in the top 5 offenses in the league, so much so. Where if the Jaguars aren't top 10, which I'm not sure if they will be, and the Bengals just overpower them. And that's what I have them doing here, scoring 38 points. So the teams remaining in the wild card are the Chiefs, Ravens, Dolphins, and Bengals. Next, divisional round, second round. The Chiefs go against the lowest seed, which are the Miami Dolphins, the team that just upset the Bills. Now, as you can see here, the score is really close. Like, this is a crazy high-scoring game, despite both teams having pretty good defenses. Neither team have a really standout secondary, though. That's all I'll say. Well, unless Jim Ramsey gets back to his old self, then you could see a pretty good defensive back coordination there with Xavier Howard. And then the Chiefs just don't really have anyone that really catches my eye. But, I'm taking the Chiefs here. I just think they have the more experienced team. I'm definitely taking Mahomes over Tua. Running backs, neither team has any great ones, but I do think the Chiefs have more versatility. Because, honestly, let's be honest, Raheem Mostert isn't that guy. I think I got A-Chain and Gaskin, but I don't really have expectations for either of those players. Maybe some for A-Chain, but, yeah, I'm still taking the Chiefs here. I'm sorry, but the Chiefs are just so good. And then they still got, I think I got Rashee Rice this year. And then Justin Ross from Clemson. Yeah, they definitely improved their receiver room, which, even if they lose Juju, I don't think that will hurt them too much. Then they got a few running backs out the backfield for Mahomes to throw to. I think it'll be very close, but I am just giving the Chiefs the edge here. Next match in the divisional round is Ravens-Bengals. This is a divisional matchup. They also tied in my what's it called? Division matchups. They both won one game, and the Ravens ended up winning the division. And I do have the Ravens winning this game as well. People are not very high on the Ravens, which I think is baloney. They have a better receiving core than they have in a while. Mark Andrews is still good. They have a really good offensive line. The running backs still aren't very strong, honestly. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to improve on that. But they do have the best running back in the league, Lamar Jackson, so that's going to be a plus. And I think people are underrating Lamar Jackson. If he's outside of anyone's top 5 QBs list, it's criminal. Because the top 5, in no order, are Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. And I don't know any quarter. You're not putting Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins. You're not putting any of those players over Lamar Jackson unless you're crazy. You're not taking any of those quarterbacks over Lamar. And I just can't find a quarterback that's better than Lamar outside of those guys I already mentioned. Or that I would rather have, unless you're counting age into it, then maybe. But even then, Lamar's not old. But yeah, I think the Ravens are a better team than the Bengals this year, which is absolutely insane to say. But I just have really high hopes for the Ravens. Not high hopes, because I don't really like the Ravens like that. But I do think they can be a really good team. They made the playoffs without Lamar for most of the season. And I think with Lamar, they're even better. I do have them making it to the conference championship. Now, the conference championship for me is between the Chiefs and the Ravens. A matchup that I would love to see every year, but of course it can't happen. But, so we got Patrick Mahomes and Lamar facing off, 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Mahomes has already faced off against Tua, while Lamar Jackson has faced off against Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. So tougher opponents have to give it to the Ravens. Better record, the Chiefs by 1 game. 14-3 to 13-4. Chiefs also have home field advantage and have more stamina since they played 1 more game. I think in receiving core, they're both not very good. Offensive line, they're both very good. Running backs, I would give the edge to the Chiefs. Tight end, give the edge to the Chiefs. Defense, I would give the edge to the Ravens. But who do I have winning this game? Drum roll, please. The Chiefs. I know it's a boring prediction to have the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl again. But I think they just have the best coach in the league, and I'm not going to change my mind on that. until he just gets out of the wild card or something crazy. And even he may still be if they work this out with a bad team or something. It's the best coach in the league, best QB in the league, one of the best defensive tackles in the league, the best tight end in the league. One of these things has to drop off by a lot for the Chiefs tonight, once again. Make it at least to the conference championship, if not the Super Bowl. Now, the NFC, I will say, is a little bit more interesting on the playoff side. So watch out for that either tomorrow or the day after. But, honestly, I can see only 2 to 3 teams knocking out the Chiefs. And that's like, I don't think the Bills will beat the Chiefs. I guess the only potential teams, in my opinion, are the Ravens, Bengals, and Dolphins. Because I'm not taking the Bills against the Chiefs in any circumstance, honestly. But even though they are better than at least one of those teams I just mentioned. But yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs this season, especially with the first round bye in my predictions. They have to play less games, and they get home field advantage in Arrowhead. Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm sorry, Ravens. But that's it for today, actually. It'll probably be tomorrow where I make the NFC video and the Super Bowl prediction. So that'll probably be a little bit longer than this video. This video's been a lot shorter than my other videos, which I hope you guys like these short style videos more. I was thinking, probably gonna do a poll and then ask some other people on who should my Madden 23 franchise be. I'm not getting Madden 24. The chances are minimal at best. But yeah, I'm trying to get high subscribers in here, but it's gonna be pretty hard to just talk sports and then not really stand out from any other sports talking YouTuber. I've seen some YouTubers I love that have absolutely garbage takes on the season, like especially considering a couple teams: the Ravens, the Texans, and the Bucks. Ravens are underrated, Bucks are underrated, Texans are crazy overrated. Maybe I should make a video most overrated / underrated teams of this in the season. I'll give like a top 5, and that'll be interesting actually. So yeah, comment down below if you are seeing this on what you want to see. Maybe I'll make a video on that, whatever. Because honestly, even if it's not sports, I do want to talk about it. But yeah, I don't want this video to get too much longer than me just talking about random stuff. So, see you guys later. Thanks for 100 subs on my other channel. Check it out.